We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. Bristol, travel.
Shit. Check it.
Leo.
Jump.
Bam. Go.
They'll run for the first time to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check. Hot. Tighten up. Deuce.
Hey, Zeus.
Bang.
Look at me. Go.
Check 52.
On 1st and 10, Bentley. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's make these runs. Roll out. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bentley. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
58, right? 80. Mike, 58, right? Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw is Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now Rashad Penny, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, switch! Young lady!
Hey, Echo!
Darnold from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Now a pause for an injury, and oh boy, that looks like the quarterback, Darnold. Yeah, he's down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Watch the run!
Room here to run. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go! Check 43!
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Ready, set.
58, come on!
Hard!
25, check 25!
Ready!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
80 weapon. Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike, 58, right there.
Now.
Looking to throw. Patterson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Set. 50. Plant.
Check.
Hey.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. You must be getting tired.
Hey, exit.
58, boys. 58's Mike. Big stop, Chief.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Leo. Bam.
Looking to throw on second down. Bentley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go.
Check three.
Bravo. Be grip.
On first down, Bentley flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Pilot. 64. Weak.
Check 31.
2nd and 4. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch out. Say. Slam. Check three.
Rocket. Get it.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, Bentley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, Great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Bentley. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Hey, lock it.
Check 99. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, orbit. Check.
From the gun, Bentley. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 6 yards away. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw. Patterson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A beautiful fake. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Your track, your track.
Wrist on travel.
Rush in. Now switch.
Smoke. Let go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Hamilton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch twitch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Let's go.
Their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Give me some. Give me some. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Bentley. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bentley. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy.
And it's a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Look at me. Go, go. Topper, topper. Spud.
Following the fumble recovery, Bentley. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Hey, box drop.
Looking to throw. Bentley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, Sam off. Hard.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
218, jump.
Slam. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, look.
Squeeze.
To Johnson again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At
Go.
the 28-yard line.
Hit it.
To throw on second down, Patterson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike.
So don't say nothing.
General West.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Shoot.
From the gun, Patterson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Bentley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here.
Look at me. Door.
Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch
Rock it.
Hey, watch it.
Now.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Okay, baby,
Jenkins on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Come on, great team, Phil. You're out.
Kill. Watch twist.
Hey, lock it.
Twist. SOS.
They go to Johnson again.
Undercut.
And some room to maneuver.
Check 26.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
6
Johnson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 3, check 3.
Hard, hard.
Check.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bentley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
On 1st down, Patterson. This is Miller, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores, they have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays, that will be the key to this drive.
Go, go. Hey, wahoo.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down, Patterson, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. 8, read.
Let's go,
Pilot, 64, read.
Get that ball.
On 1st and 10, Patterson, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ready?
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
6-6, bullet high.
They'll run with Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. And they'll run it again with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go.
On 4th down, Patterson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check, check, check.
General West.
Be dead, be dead. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill, kill, kill.
On first down, Bentley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As the Bears push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw. Patterson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Set. 91. Blue draw Corker. Stay driven.
Throwing on first down. Bentley. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
There. Look at me. Door. Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
He's crossing. He's chasing.
They'll run it with Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Mike 52.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch QB's up. Switch.
Following the fumble recovery. Bentley. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Yes.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Patterson looking for his running back, and he's got it. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Patterson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots.